Hey, now, what did your family think of you coming to Malaysia, converting, all that?
They were happy. My mother said, look, as long as you're happy, I don't care where you go or what you do, as long as you're happy.
Halo teman-teman semua, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Apa kabarnya nih teman-teman semua? Semoga sehat selalu ya. Dan kembali lagi bersama aku Rizky tentunya. Kali ini kita masih mau lanjutin requestan dari teman-teman semua. Thank you untuk teman-teman yang sudah kirimin link requestnya ke DM Instagram aku di @ysrizqiyyah. Ini nih bagus ya, share pengalaman yang sangat menarik. Seorang pria yang menjadi mu'alaf dan tinggal di Malaysia. Langsung saja kita nonton ya videonya.
My name is Kieran.
Okay.
And where are you from?
I'm an accidental American. I was born in the US and I was raised there and I left there.
Oh, when did you leave?
I left in November of 1984.
Oh, before I was born.
Well, after I
Orang
was
Amerika
Okay,
ternyata.
tell me about why did you leave?
I was studying at Indiana University and
Okay.
I met a woman named Habiba and we talked to each other and got to know each other very well, and then we decided to get married.
Okay.
And when we talked about marriage, there were two conditions. Number one, that we would live in Malaysia,
Oh,
and number
menarik.
two, that I would convert to Islam,
Masya Allah.
so that I would fit in with the culture. She's comes from a very close and large family, and so the people fit in.
Okay, so before I continue, are you still together with Habiba?
Oh yeah,
Oh, wow.
better, more than ever. If I have a chance to marry 4 wives, but I would marry 4 times, but not 4 different wives. I would marry the same wife 4 times.
Wow, so okay, I'm gonna get into all this in a second. Have you been back to the US since 1984?
We go back occasionally. Our daughter married an American, and we have 2 grandchildren in the U.S.
Hey, congratulations. And what's it like being married to Habiba?
Luar
Why is
biasa.
she so special?
She is she has a, where do I start? She comes from a family of successful women, very smart, successful women. She has a PhD in curriculum and instruction, and she's also a yoga teacher. And together we are co-parenting our grandchildren because our children are very busy working. So we co-parent. And I won the lottery, to be frank. I won the lottery.
Okay, now, what did your family think of you coming to Malaysia, converting, all that?
They were happy. My mother said, look, as long as you're happy, I don't care where you go or what you do, as long as you're happy. And, they fell in love with Habiba, and my brothers and sisters did too. So there was absolutely no problem. Only one person in my family has come to visit out here. It's too far for them. I'm from West Virginia. It's a very rural state. People don't travel much.
Any regrets of making that move?
I regret that I didn't make it earlier.
Okay.
If I could have come out here 10 years, even before that, I would have.
Yeah. And what was the conversion to Islam like? Any challenges, difficulties? Tell us about that.
You know what? I'm kind of a free floater. I'm not extremely a religious person, but you know, I'm not forced to do anything that I don't want to do. And I have to say that one of the peak experiences of my life is my wife asked me to do the Hajj with her. And we went out to Saudi Arabia for 40 days. And you can't imagine what it's like to be in Mecca for 40 days and see the people.
Yeah.
Just people from everywhere going up, down
Masya
escalators
Allah.
because they'd never seen an escalator before.
Wow.
You know, it's just people from all over the Islamic world. Salt, really salt of the earth.
Yeah.
Masya
Wow, okay,
Allah.
that's wonderful because many people wish to be doing that. You're the lucky one. So I
Yeah.
guess you're a Haji now, I guess.
I'm a Haji.
I'm not very familiar, but I know certain things as well. Tell me about life here in Malaysia. A lot of people want to know how's the healthcare system, anything like that.
Gimana?
I'll
Tinggal
tell
di
you
Malaysia.
the main advantages for being in Malaysia, for an American. Number one, no guns
Yeah.
and no gun culture. and no
Pasti.
aggressiveness because you know you have a gun in your car, and
Aman,
so you
aman.
can get into an argument. And the second thing, just as good as that, is Malaysia has never been at war with another country. Can you imagine what it's like to live in a country that has never been at war? Of course, they were invaded by the Japanese, but you know, Malaysia has never invaded another country or declared war with another country. So in terms of violence, it's a very peaceful country. You feel safe.
Aman, nyaman.
The healthcare
Tentram,
system
damai.
is excellent. We go to a government clinic and get our medicine for free. And we also have access to, we use it, private clinics, hospitals are very, very good.
Perawatan medisnya
So I
juga
would say
salah satu
that
terbaik
is
di
another
dunia.
great
Malaysia, ya.
advantage. And as you've seen around you here, Alex, there's a very prosperous middle class. Malaysians are doing very well. There are no hungry people that I know of. There are homeless people, but they choose to be homeless. The ones that I know, I hang out down in areas where you have
Okay,
homeless
I
people.
see.
And there are welfare systems available to them. And even if you are homeless, you don't have to survive a winter here. And food is plentiful.
Yeah.
And cheap.
Excellent. A lot of positive things. Any dislikes? Something that could be better for you personally in your daily life, maybe?
I'll tell you, there are two things that irritate me, and that is number one, sweat. I have a large garden.
Wajar negara tropis ya? Iyalah, sama kayak Indonesia,
I'm
Malaysia.
constantly sweating. And the second thing is mosquitoes. Where I live,
Lagi-lagi
in the
serangga,
garden,
nyamuk.
mosquitoes, oh, they love me. And sometimes when I get a mosquito bite, I say, somebody's having a good day today. I try to look on the positive.
Bawa raket nyamuk.
It itches me, it bothers me. Boy, there's some mosquitoes out there that are really
They're like a walking buffet, I guess.
a
Right?
buffet. Yeah, only one food.
What is like the biggest misconception, do you think, when it comes to Malaysia from either Westerners, Americans, anybody
Gimana?
that's never been here?
I think most people just don't know anything about Malaysia. They'd ask you, where is Malaysia? And you know, you have to locate it. Singapore is here, Thailand is here. It's mostly stereotypes about people living in stilted houses and in jungles and things like that. But here you have internet access everywhere. You can look around, you can see skyscrapers and on the road, at least around Kuala Lumpur, most of the cars are expensive and recent model cars, which points to a very healthy middle class. You go to the restaurants; they're always full. People love to eat. So if you love good food, this is the place to go.
I was gonna ask about the food. Your lovely wife, does she make any American food or just Malaysian food?
Actually, I'm a vegetarian.
Okay.
I'm the only one in the house, which is the case for a lot of vegetarians.
Okay.
So my wife cooks something called khichdi, which is rice and beans and things like that. And I myself, I'm not a big eater. I eat the same thing, but if you like Malay, a variety of food, Indian, Malay, Chinese, you get all that here. It's everywhere. It's just a mixture.
All right. So what do you do for a living? Are you retired now? Or?
I used to be a lecturer at a university called UITM, which is the largest university here in Malaysia. I was a lecturer in linguistics and
Waduh,
literature.
mantap. Salah satu mata kuliah favorit aku tuh,
So I worked
linguistik.
about 30 years. I've been retired for about 12. People who are thinking about retiring, I would highly recommend it. The thing is, it doesn't have a lot of the glitz of Thailand, a lot of the raciness, the spice of Thailand, which some people may really like. If you're an older man like me looking for a young wife, don't come to Malaysia, because women here they outnumber men in universities. They hold their own, which is a darn good thing. So it's a very solid, stable culture.
What about cost of living? Like, let's say I want to retire here as a single man. What do you think an average cost of living would be around?
would depend so much on you and where you want to live. Out where I live, it's a little bit on the outskirts. It's the Shah Alam. It's about 26 kilometers outside of the KL to the southwest, and I would say a double-story terrace house would rent for $1,000 to $2,000 a month, depending on what you want. Of course, you come in the city, it's going to be a lot more expensive.
Pasti masih terjangkau lah ya.
You know, it's not difficult.
Lagi pula Kuala Lumpur
We
kan
say
kota besar.
$2,000 a month?
Ringgit.
Ringgit, okay.
Probably about around $500 a month. You know, once again, everything depends on where you want to live and how you want to live.
Okay.
You can be as expensive as you want, and you can be shoestring,
Yeah.
depending on how you live.
Very interesting. Okay, what's your favorite place in Malaysia? Have you traveled much around, locally speaking?
Iya, di mana tempat favoritnya?
My because I'm fairly localized. I come into KL once a week from Shah Alam, which is the capital of the state of Selangor. It's about 26 kilometers. And my favorite place is just to come downtown because there's so much to see. The ultra modern shopping complexes, and then you go to Chinatown, Little India, and all of these places have their own personalities. I would say
Merdeka 118.
if your tastes are urban, KL is a wonderful place. It's a wonderful place. It's not nearly as expensive as Singapore, and the public transportation is excellent. But for those who love beaches and sun, East Coast during the non-rainy season is paradise. I mean, it is. The East Coast is just like you're traveling through a postcard for 100 miles up through some of these areas, white beaches, islands, and things like that.
Luar biasa. Pengalaman dari seorang lelaki yang berasal dari Amerika gitu kan, yang tinggal di Malaysia, saat ini tinggal di Malaysia gitu. Apa ya teman-teman, pengalamannya sangat luar biasa ya. Menjadi mu'alaf gitu kan, lalu menikah dengan orang Malaysia, hidup di Malaysia gitu kan. Negara Malaysia ini negara yang sangat aman, nyaman gitu ya. Apa ya, tempat yang sangat nyaman lah untuk ditinggali ya teman-teman ya. Jangankan orang yang sudah menetap di sana gitu, kita sebagai pelancong dari negara luar pun gitu ya. Ini terkhususnya kita sebagai negara bertetangga ya teman-teman ya. Jika datang ke Malaysia sekali saja ya teman-teman ya, orang-orang di Malaysia itu sangat-sangat baik, sangat-sangat welcome gitu ya. Jadi apa ya, memang negara Malaysia ini adalah negara yang sangat dirindukan oleh semua orang ya. Jadi menurut aku ya pribadi juga ya teman-teman ya, negara Malaysia ini adalah negara yang nyaman gitu ya, dengan orang-orang yang baik gitu ya. Jadi pengalaman dari orang-orang yang tadinya tinggal di luar negara itu sekarang tinggal di Malaysia. Terbaik sih ini menurut aku experience-nya. Dan oke teman-teman, demikiannya video kita kali ini. Aku akhiri dulu. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Sampai jumpa lagi di videoku selanjutnya. Bye-bye. Next time, bye.